welcome back to some training! This is the last episode, the last time I train a person. And again, I want to be sorry for the late post. Mostly finishing up what I have to do for Comic-Con. But yes, this is the last training segment. I already told you what happened at Comic-Con. Everything was great. Still need to finish some sketch for people, but you know, that's gonna last maybe a week or so. Alright, so the wussy we just trained got his ass kicked by somebody who's much better. I'm not joking. He is much better than that wannabe Mine clone. Or Mine Camillo. Or Camillo. I mean, this guy is much less of a handful to train, and his fighting techniques are much better. I still don't get why, you know, wussy here gets pissed off at him. Well, I kind of get why, and it's interesting to learn why. But we have to train him, since Wussman doesn't want to train him, just gets angry at him. So this is the last person I train. And basically, my first advice would be just talk to him. It's the easiest thing to do, and he's much more reasonable than that other punk ass. Much more reasonable. Oh yeah, and I did get a request for the arena, so I'll do some arena matches. I'll do... how am I gonna pull this off? I think I'm gonna do one set of each arena, and just post those instead of showing all my grinding, because usually I do maybe 2 up to 5 sets of the same arena to unlock another arena, and I'm sure that would bore the heck out of you. So yeah, I'll do it the fast way. And hey, I'll show you my stats after. I mean, I'm itching to get into a fight, but before then... oh wait, maybe sometimes when you do these kind of meetings with your student, pay attention to the music in the background. You can notice that these guys are a fan of old Sega soundtracks, and you'll be surprised at the kind of soundtrack you'll hear. I was shocked. At one point, I just stopped continuing. I stopped the recording because I was just listening to the music in the background and going, yeah, I remember that soundtrack. So yeah, before the Coliseum or the arena battle, I have to do, what do I have to do? Yes, it's the Masters training. That one I had recorded, and I might have to suffer a bit through the batting cage to get a piece of item I could have got if I didn't touch the keys. Oh yeah, Sissy here is a bit pissed off that our current student did not use his full power on him in fear that he might break his puny bones. So you basically have to tell him that, you know, of course he'll be angry, you are not showing your entire power level. It's a weird one, but it's kind of true. I mean, if you're not revealing your entire ability to your opponent, then you're basically disgracing him, just saying that he is not worth your time. But what you should be doing, you know, bit of note from martial art classes, just go at it full front, and gauge your opponent as he would gauge you. So, those were notes of wisdom. Do not disgrace your opponent, as he will not disgrace you and feel offended. Anyway, but yeah, so far I would recommend Dead Island for whoever is a fan of Diablo, first-person shooter, and zombies. The game has some glitches, but play with some friends, play on PSN or PC or whatever, and have fun. It's a fun, addicting type of quest exploration game. They've done a good job. It's just the bug and issues that, you know, keep them away from getting their full potential, but that seems to be a problem with multiple games nowadays. I hear Battlefield The Battlefield 3 beta is plagued with bugs from what I heard. I can't fully confirm because I didn't sign up for the beta. I just heard it from a couple of friends. So, I don't know. I want to tell game companies, do like Japan. Take your time. That is something I've noticed with a lot of Japanese games. Their coding, or just, I rarely encounter bugs. Yakuza hasn't really shown me any bugs. Zone of the Enders, for a PS2 game, I haven't been able to find many bugs on it. 10,000 Bullets, okay, yeah, my sound crashed, but 10,000 Bullet was a budget production, but it was a good budget production. Well done. But yeah, my sound crashed. Anyway, yo, I had to test this guy out, and he has interesting techniques, much better than our previous students, but you still need to train him quite hard to get him somewhere. I don't really remember a specific combination, because you know there are ways you can train people or train students so that they develop a second ability as you focus on a main one, and that kind of makes your task easier. Also, think about upgrading your facility. That also makes it easier as well. Maybe the best tip I could give you would be to leech money from one or two students, or use 1 or 2 students as money makers. So you send them to the tournaments, and then use that money to upgrade your facility and make it much easier to train the rest. Yeah, that's definitely. Or maybe, yeah, that would be one of my main tricks. If anyone else has a trick, post it. It's all cool. We're here to learn, and hey, doing second playthroughs, it could always be fun to do it again, right? Maybe. Well, I had fun beating him up. Come on, had to test out his power level for myself. And frankly, he's much better than the other guy. See, and at one point he didn't want to learn the technique, now he gets to learn the technique. So, you just have to work with these people, you know? You just have to know their strength, know what they like to do, or know what they do not like to hear. And see, this guy has the Stone Cold Stunner as an opening attack. He is fistful of awesomeness. He will just Stone Cold Stunner people. And every time I saw him attack, I'm like, oh yes, there is Stone Cold Stunner! Oh, I love this. This is just great. He has follow-up attack, which makes me much more useful than that previous character. Look at that. He's just, man, he's just kicking the shit out of this opponent. And then he's like, you know what? Here's a kick. Here's another kick. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can take the damage. But I'll kick you, and then I'll give you a Stone Cold Stunner. Oh, there you go. Oh, look at that. That's an actual fighter. As soon as I saw him fight, I didn't even need to coach him. I really didn't need to coach him. I didn't even need to have him do a final move. You know, at one point I just let the game run. This guy's already great enough. A bit like the boxer. I just let him do his own fight. Look at that, Stone Cold Stunner. Maybe I should ask him, you know what, I'm just gonna let you finish him off on your own. I don't even need to tell you to finish him. That's a great student. I mean, even now I enjoy watching him fight. Look at that, Stone Cold Stunner! He just starts up like that. You may be running at him. He'll just grab you. Kick you and then grab you. That's a great mechanic for this guy. Look at that. Insta counter. Great technique. It's a bit like the Tiger Drop! Oh man. That's my pupil right there. It's him and the boxer, two of my favorite pupils, because they know how to attack and they know how to counter. Look at that, he's just, this other guy might try to throw a few punches at him, but he'll just counter him. He'll like go down, And if you try to run at him, Stone Cold Stunner. It's just pure technique. I am not disappointed in training the student. Oh, except for that running attack, but at least his recovery wasn't disgusting like the other guy who got caught while he was doing a bad kick. See, I kind of realized, okay, maybe he's taking a bit of damage, so I might as well just keep my bar raised in case. And I did see him lose once, and I think I was trying to go for, maybe it was the Dead Zone tournament. There are some crazy ass fighters in there, and he wasn't full. You gotta train him to the max, or as max as you can make it to be. All depends what's your purpose is, and that could be, or that should be the main thing you should think about. What's the purpose, or why are you training the student? Are you training him to finish the tournament? Because that's relatively easy depending on the student. Your face! I had to cut the dialogue short. But if you want to train him to gain money, then you have to make sure that you train him to the max, and that you don't care about that 15 round limit to get an extra bonus, I think. It was 15, right, guys? Something like that. Anyway, he is my pupil. I am proud of it. He is much better than that sissy in the back. That's right, you see. You heard me. You Mine clone. Doesn't even have the techniques. But hey, now we have our 5 students. Actually, I think there's someone missing. No? 5? Yep, that's it. 5. Alright, we do have our 5 top students. They shall go on and train more people with montage music, or whatever they have. That sounds cool. But montage music are still preferred. Now, show him your full power. Make him regret. Show him how much of a pussy he is. And, you know, give him a few blows to the head because I hate him. I really hate him. God, I hate this character so much. But hey, my best advice to train your students is, depending on the student, there's the boot and your face. So fence kicker and fence grater. Fence grater or fence kicker can be pulled out of anywhere. So if you know your students is not going to be able to bring the person down, then just give him that move, and he gets he could just pull it off out of anywhere. And I got an A for this one. I don't know. Oh, okay, maybe his relationship wasn't the best. My bad. You know what? My bad. My really, really bad. But I was tired at this point. I still am because I'm doing overtime at work, and I want to bring you guys more videos, so I have to balance my things out between doing commissions, overtime, and not playing other video games. Damn you, Dead Island. But remember, I, as the trainer of champions, and I will see you all again. Possibly in Yakuza 5. Maybe one of you will become the main character. Actually, I'm just pulling your leg. You guys are not good enough. But you could be in another Sega franchise, like Shenmue 3. Because he eventually has to go to Japan in his trip. I haven't read the book, so I'm pretty sure he goes on a world tour at one point. Or Streets of Rage 4 as one of those random tugs. Oh yeah, you hear me, Sega. I'm talking about Streets of Rage 4. I saw how you canceled that project. You guys have to bring something up to tier now. I'm watching you, motherfuckers. You could hire some of these ex-SNK people or ex-Street Fighter 3 people. Just get anyone. Work on that Streets of Rage 4, man. Hell, I would join in. I'm not qualified, but I could help. I'll do it. Anyway.